Substack Live. I am super excited today, guys. So this morning I decided to, hi Rose, go on Substack Live and I threw together a real quick live link, not scripted. Everything I do is not scripted. I come right from the soul, delivering messages and insight the way I feel it's aligned with you guys today. So today I really wanted to talk about, I don't even remember what I named this live. So I know that the bottom line is I want to talk about trusting ourselves and making better choices, like making better decisions when we're at a crossroads, especially in midlife or when we're starting to feel a little bit of a nudge that it's time to change something. And I personally had this happen 2 weeks ago inside one of my businesses. I knew deep down something needed to change, and I was dragging my feet because no matter how much work we do on ourselves, right? We can fall back into our old habits. I'm a 38-year entrepreneur. I have 3 different companies right now. I've owned over 22 different companies in my career and in my lifetime. And no matter how much inner work and how much reinvention and how much, stuff I do on myself, I can tend, because I'm human, to sometimes fall back into old patterns of people pleasing, of not wanting to rock the boat, of not wanting to upset anybody. And as a CEO, that can be friggin' challenging. So I wanted to really talk heart to heart today about what reinvention means, right? The women I work with, reinvention means like when you are stepping into your next season, you could be in your late 40s, early 40s. I know my first reinvention happened to me when I got divorced, right? I didn't see it coming. I was blindsided. I had 2 little babies and I lost everything, right? So this is not like a victim poor me story. It's the reality of when the poop hit the fan, right? So I had to quickly reinvent myself. And that meant at the time prioritizing what I had to do and what was the most important thing to do, right? So reinvention comes in many different ways, in many different angles. A lot of people think reinvention means, oh, my hair's like a little fuzzed out today. Oh, there we go. No worries. Um, it comes in different ways, meaning like it's not just like burn it all down, destroy your business, start over, throw everything out, flip out. No, it's slight tweaks, it's little changes personally and professionally. So here's an example. My beautiful client, Michelle. Well, Michelle came to work with me. She had 2 brick and mortar locations. She owned 2 very successful aesthetic businesses, like 2 spas, right? When she came to me specifically because she thought she wanted to get out of being in the aesthetics business, maybe sell her brick and mortars and launch an online coaching business as an educator in that industry. Well, once we started working together on her reinvention, a lot of stuff came up because we do a lot of inner work too. Because the reinvention program that I do is one on one and it's very custom tailored. So no 2 people are getting the same thing. So Michelle's experience was that she wound up reflecting and really being honest with herself that something in her relationship was not working for a long time. And through doing the inner healing work, we got to the point where things blossomed and changed. She did wind up leaving her marriage of 25 years, right? That was just the process that happened, right? It was there. She just didn't realize she couldn't move on. She condensed her business model of her brick and mortars. And actually, today, she is launching her first book, which I know is going to be a bestseller. So by the time this video is live later, I'm going to celebrate her, Michelle Collins. She is going to be a bestseller. And I remember our first conversations where I said to her, well, it sounds like you do want to write a story someday. And she said, yeah, that just doesn't seem like something I can really do. And I could see the possibilities for her. And here we are today. It's about 2 years later after we've been working together. She is now, as of today, going to be a bestseller. I can almost guarantee that because her writing is phenomenal. And so the point of the story is It was a process for her to make better decisions. Another one of my clients, Gina, same thing. We had to work. It wasn't only business structure and changing her business model and figuring out how she was going to change what she was doing. It came down to how she was going to tap in. We work a lot inside of my program, the Reinvention and Mindset and Alignment Collective, on tapping into your intuition, right? Trusting that inner GPS. I want to hear from you guys. How many of you don't listen to your gut? Our soul, which is our alignment right here, our soul and gut tells us what's right and what's wrong for us. So when you feel that first nudge, that's usually your truth speaking. So inside of the Reinvention, inside the Mindset Line Collective, we work a lot in tapping into your intuition. So what happened with Gina was she wasn't trusting herself. Now, this woman was already a seven-figure business owner who wasn't trusting herself. And every time she had to make a decision, she could not get out of her head and get into her heart. So what we did together is, as we created her personal reinvention, I helped her tap into her knowingness, listen to her intuition better, make better decisions. So at the end of the day, with these examples, how do you make better decisions? The bottom line is this: you are one conscious entity. As everyone together, we are a collective. But you yourself, if you just simply tap in and listen, your truth will come from your gut. I was telling one of my clients this morning on a call, I said, she goes, Maria, but that doesn't make sense. What my gut's telling me to do just isn't logical. I said, you can't question it. Most of the time, what our intuition tells us to do, which is our higher good, our higher self, our divineness, our light, our soul, whatever you want to call it, it may not make sense at the moment. But I guarantee you, how many times, as I said to my client this morning, Amalia, how many times have you not listened to your gut? And then afterwards, you were like, damn, I should have listened. I knew it. Because, right, divinity, our intuition, our soul is our GPS. And it's like anything else. It's like I'm trying to tighten up my arms for the spring, right? So I've been lifting weights. This is the same thing as my intuition. The more I use it, the more I practice, the more I trust, the more I'm quiet, the more I'm gonna be hearing my intuition. So here's just two things that I personally do that are super easy. Fastest way is to listen to your intuition. Just be quiet. Close your eyes. You could put on some healing music, or you could just sit quietly with yourself. Let your divine light, your divinity, your intuition, your higher self speak to you and listen to it. Don't judge it. Also, just being in nature. You can walk outside, you can walk barefoot, you can walk on the beach, you could just take a walk anywhere. And being in nature will help you tap into your intuition. Now, guys, if this conversation really stimulates you and you are in midlife, you're a woman, you're a CEO, you're a female founder, you're an entrepreneur, you're a woman of power who is ready to step into her next level, I invite you upgrade. I have two offers here on Substack. You can be free, which is so simple, and you get access to all this juiciness, or you can become a premium client, which then upgrades you into my Reinvention Mindset and Alignment Collective. Inside of the collective, so it's I think $50 a year or something, which is insanely like such a great deal. You get access to weekly audio transmissions. I create weekly downloads and audio transmissions exclusively for my community here on Substack. That's my paid subscribers. You get that once a week. These are pivotal, groundbreaking, and they will like change your life. I usually just keep these for my premium tier clients. I am sharing them in my paid tier here on Substack. Again, I only have one paid tier, so it's super easy and there's no confusion. And also, you get access to me personally, proximity to me, and my room, the Reinvention Advisory, which is one time a month. You get on a Zoom. It's open call. You come on a Zoom. We do live Q&A. We do hot seat coaching. So it's proximity to me and to a room full of beautiful, power, soul led women like yourselves. So that is an incredible way to step into the first step of working together inside. It's called the Mindset and Alignment Collective right here on Substack. And you get access to the Reinvention Advisory. Honestly, guys, this is like my best work. And then, of course, if you want to come and work with me one on one, there's always options. You could just head on over to my website, mariafontana.com, schedule a complimentary call, and you could talk to me anytime and just figure out what path is right for you. I want to just remind you that you are a beautiful light, and I am honored to have you in my network. I'm honored to have you on my Substack. Please share this video out, invite your friends, and if you feel called to do so, recommend my Substack. The more we support each other and recommend each other where it feels aligned, the more beautiful high vibration we're going to have. So here's sending you all massive love and light. Don't get overwhelmed in the craziness. Tap back into your soul, tap back into your goodness, and listen to your intuition. The level of wisdom that it has will blow you away. So sending you guys lots of love. Invite, come on over, upgrade, subscribe to my paid subscription, come inside my private community, come inside the collective. It'll be the best $50 you ever spent in your life. I can promise you that. Okay, guys, sending you lots of love and light. Talk to you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Rose, Frank, Gina, Tommy, everyone. Lots of love to everyone.